So much rain. So much rain. I thought it would stop. So it took a couple of days and I thought, okay, it'll stop and I'll continue my live streams. But it kept going and going and going. Just nasty. Nasty. Hello, friends, and welcome to my live stream. I was hoping to bring you some really interesting stuff besides water, more rain. It's never been like this. Well, since I've been here for the last 4 years, I guess. It makes good photos. It makes good photos if you can see the creativity in it. Mind you, I could sit by the river every day, 24/7, watching it flow, sitting back, watching it go from up the river to down the river. Let's try doing a little bit of a close up here. What a work of art nature is. Kind of like sitting next to a fire, watching the flames dance in the wood stove. I only have so many more days with this uh, switcher switcher app studio. You see up here? This is Switcher App Studio. It's a great app, but it's too expensive. It's like $450 a year. It does amazing stuff if you want to bring all these people on. You can have up to 9 people on the screen here. Isn't that amazing? Imagine if I call 9 people now, I get them all talking about stuff. I'm not going to do that because I don't want 9 people or even one person except myself. Even that's too much to show you what I'm showing you. Nature, water, photography. Not only do we go into the, oh, look at that, it's nice. Look at that. Beautiful. That's Mama Nature doing her thing, doing her artwork. All we have to do is recognize it, recognize its beauty. Record it, photograph it. If that's your job, or if you really feel that you want to share it with somebody. But the more I do this, do this live streaming, the more I enjoy just capturing it. There it is. I do capture it and I send it to my agency, but I enjoy more sitting back with you here and just being one with the water, relaxing with it. I enjoy bringing it to you. Yes, I photograph it, I videotape it, so I could send it to my agency, Stoxies, so I can make some money off of it. But this here, now, being in the present, this is what I really enjoy. That I could bring my fellow humans a little bit of true nature. No music, that music in the background when they show videos of nature and they put in fake canned birds singing and music getting you to feel something. No, none of that. None of that fake stuff. Me, I'm here. That's me. That's my feet there. And I'm in the forest in the Balkan Mountains. And I'm standing right here and right now. So we can both enjoy nature as it is. No fake support. I could do some fancy trickery by, for example, saying, thank you for watching. Okay, done, done. I can also show you some photos that I did, that I photographed the last few days while the rain keeps falling. The other day, I think it was yesterday actually, and I was like, oh, I gotta do a live stream. I gotta do a live stream. And my error is waiting for the right moment. There is no right moment. Every moment is the right moment. And that was going through my head. And suddenly, as I entered one of the villages, I saw this rainbow. Look at that. This beautiful rainbow. I mean, every rainbow is beautiful. Kind of like falling right in the center of a little village called Donja Kamenica, which um, translates to lower rock. That's the best I could put it. And I was following the rainbow, following. I thought, I'm going to get closer and closer, and I'm going to find the pot of gold. Right. And just as I entered the village, literally around the corner, pow, it disappeared. Of course, I didn't use my professional equipment. I should have. All I had was my iPhone. I thought, this will do. It'll have to do. The birds are just singing full time here. They're not stopping. What a symphony. This seems to be the sweet spot here, visually. Because if I move the camera over here, it's okay. Or over here. Mm, I like I like some of these waves coming. But I found this spot here, like a V shape. I could look at that for hours. First, it's a little bit sunny, then it's cloudy. Off and on, constantly. And I'm like, oh my God, what's it going to be? What's it going to be, Mother Nature? She's doing her thing, feeding the land with her love, her her love. Yes, the rain is like, I would imagine it's her love saying, no, 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 I have to feed the earth. There's some interesting cloud formation photos that I got. For example, this 14th century church. The other day I did a stream on it, but after I shut the clouds, and as I was finishing the stream, the clouds just started becoming like art in themselves. Here's one shot. This is a 16:9 photograph, size 16,9, 16:9. But otherwise, it's like a regular 4:3 photograph, and it has a lot more clouds. But forget about that. Just the way the clouds came in, and they just came in during sunset, kind of a sunset, peering through the clouds far, far away, over the mountaintops. But I was wowed. I was like, thank you, thank you, thank you for showing me this. When it rains, I noticed it's like a gamble. Anything can happen. The light hits here, reflects off that, causes it's just a mystery that unfolds, and then it's here. Have a look at this, and I'm like, look at that. Never seen anything like that. Something that I pass by so often, and then suddenly with the rain and the sun mixed, it will it'll just happen, and you got to be ready. As a photographer, you always got to be ready. It's a pain in the butt carrying that camera around all the time, but it's a must. For example, there's these couple of trees I pass every day, and you know they're okay. But the other day, after and during the rain, and while that rainbow was happening, for me, these couple of trees and the background just came alive. And speaking of light, right now I'm seeing a bit of, well, what is this? Darkish shadows moving. I don't really like to break it down. I like it to be just what it is, not say, oh, this shot is like this and that shot. It is what it is, and we have no control over it. We could just sit back, enjoy it, love it, let it do its thing. And if we want to use a camera to capture whatever it is, well, it's up to our eye. Got my puppy here. She's always sniffing stuff out. Hey, pup. Anyhow, yes. So speaking of reflections and everything else I just spoke about, I love. One day I was standing here at the edge of the river, and it happened, but it happened in the way I saw it, and the way I saw it was like this. So it's a video. Both are amazing. This being this color or texture with the sun where it is and the movement of the water, and this being the way it is. I think I could watch that blue reflection for, well, actually, I, so I started to say, I, I feel I can watch that blue reflection for hours. Sometimes I'll put it on loop at night to help me feel calm and go to sleep, basically. And I'll wake up and the thing is still going. It's like, oh, what a beautiful capture to wake up to. Good morning, Mother Nature. Can I show it to you again? I should really put it on loop. So none of this stuff is AI, artificial intelligence. Mind you, Photoshop and tweaking photos, tweaking videos, that is AI, that is artificial intelligence. Even the spell check is AI. And there's a lot of things in Photoshop and Lightroom. They're simply AI, but we never really noticed it as AI before. Now with ChatGPT and the whole AI craze, it's being talked about everywhere. I don't mind a little bit of fixing in digital because digital, when you capture digital, it throws in stuff that you don't normally see. For example, when I photograph somebody's face in on film, like analog film, whether it's black and white or color, I'm not seeing these digital artifacts in analog, in film. But when you photograph somebody or something digitally, all of a sudden things start popping up. It's like, what's that? It's just got too much of a digital look. And I keep hearing people talk about, oh, in video or high-end video, they're trying to get the cinematic look. I'm like, what's a cinematic look? Basically, it's a look, from what I understand, of the footage looking like it was shot on film, Kodak film, for example, Kodak film, and the films, they're soft. There's no super sharpness or sharpness in them. They're soft, basically. So we're basically using digital photography, which is supposed to be easier and cheaper and all this other stuff, but we're trying to make it look like film. Strange. I mean, if you want the film look, use film. But unless you're in Hollywood shooting, with high-end cameras, film cameras, it's hard. Where do you develop this stuff? You can't go to the local color shops anymore and develop film. Whether it's film, like film cartridges in color, 36 frames in one roll of film, color film, like Kodak film, or Fuji film, or a couple of other ones. You got 36 shots. And then you get a negative out of that. And then you could print it. That printed film, it has it has a whole different look. Yeah, there's something beautiful about that. Or you could shoot it digital. and then go to there's all these apps that can make digital look like film, like photo digital and video digital. And those apps making digital look like film, they can be quite expensive. Oh, this tech talk. I'd rather just look at the water. But it, it's nice to be able to speak to other photographers about that whole photography thing, you know? Kind of just, as they say, chew the fat, talk about it. I've had 30 years of professional photography. My pictures appeared, wow, all over the world. It's a great job. Is it really a job? I don't know. It's a passion. It's a total passion. Are you hunting for little fish or toads or something, puppy? Oh, look at the color on that. Sniffing around for your little doggy finds. She loves coming to the river and the forest. I carry, if to do a little bit of tech talk, I've been photographing my shadow inside of a pond. It's basically a snake and frog pond where the snakes and frogs hang out. And it's a really healthy mineral water uh, pond. So I've been using this guy here. It's a DJ Action 3. And I have this thing where I put it on and I basically stick it in my mouth and it points down into the water. And I could swim and videotape in it. It's pretty cool. I just got one good day to shoot. This string here, can you see the string? That this camera hangs around my neck, where I shoot 4K if I find something like last second. Because my other gear is a Sony FX30, and it's a pretty high-end camera. It's sensor, and I shoot it at its best, and that's it's a format called Cine EI. It's really tricky to shoot. It's like, oh my God. But the quality is, from what I understand, literally um, movie theater quality. I don't believe that. That's what they say, but I think it's pretty darn good. I think that movie quality video is really those cameras that are like from $100,000 and up. And never mind their lenses. They're in the same ballpark. But it's pretty darn good. I've been seeing short films made with it, and And a couple films actually, I have to look them up to let you know. Actual bits and pieces of film shot on the FX30 for cinema films. Films shot for cinema view. So you go to the theater basically and you watch it. Well, I'm going to leave you now. Thank you very much for joining me. Wishing you a wonderful day. And thank you for dropping by, and thank you for watching the replays. I hope I have managed to bring you a little peace in all the chaos. A little visual peace from Mother Nature. And we'll see you tomorrow. Take care.